The influx of migrants moving toward the southern border is being fueled by dangerous conditions in Central America. That includes large groups of people from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Ed O'Keefe reported on the conditions those people faced during a visit to Guatemala City in June. I remember you documenting that, Ed. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's talk about facts this morning, right? Walk us through the process of asylum seekers seeking refuge in this country.
So you essentially, you come to the border, you come to a port of entry, you essentially tell that border official that you have some stated fear and some reason why it is that you want to seek asylum. And eventually there's supposed to be a court hearing. Where this issue sort of starts to break down is the backlog. And the concern that the president says that he has is that it's kind of an open-ended issue. You can claim it because of race, religion, nationality, maybe something political going on in your country. And the issue is that I think part of his frustration is that you can't necessarily go back and prove that. So people make these open-ended requests, and as he said, and as a federal official said yesterday, they essentially get a free ticket into the U.S., allowing individuals to disappear into the interior to live and work illegally, as one federal official. And defining
what is credible fear seems to be pretty vague, right?
Right.
So you have government officials saying the bar for that is very low. Is it?
Well, it depends on who you ask, and certainly a lot of the people who come have legitimate reasons. I remember when we were in Guatemala, one couple we met, a young couple, had a son with them. They were fleeing Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. And the folks in Guatemala said, we're starting to see more people come from Nicaragua because of the problems that they're having now with the Ortega administration. And so there you might have a legitimate political reason to leave. She said that, we are essentially part of the opponents of the president, and we had reason to leave the country, and they were trying to decide, do we go through Mexico to the United States, or do we go see our family in Canada?
It's clear we need a better system. There's no question about that. But when you go and talk to these people, some of the people I met in Texas, they are desperate and they are terrified.
Right.
So to see them portrayed as invaders, I think, is very tough to hear for a lot of people who know the situations that these people are coming from.
Yeah, and look, they're being told, if you don't like your situation here, go make a run for it. The woman I talked to there in Guatemala, her husband and her 15-year-old son had gone and with the goal of getting to Houston, and the husband died in Mexico. So she was waiting for her 15-year-old son at that location to come back. And I said, well, why did he go, and why did he take one of your children? And she said, well, we were told that if you take a kid with you, you have a better chance of getting in. So on the street, they're being told this. Who's telling them? Where does that come from? Well, it comes from years of pattern and practice.
Well, and now you hear the President of the United States say if you throw rocks, it could be met with gunfire and bullets. What do you make of that?
Well, look, there have been issues in the past where Border Patrol agents have had to fire across into Mexico. To see the military do that would be something else entirely, and I think the Mexicans would have a great deal of concern with that.
We have high-ranking military officials, though, questioning whether 15,000 troops should be sent to the border.
That too.
Ed, thank you. And everyone should go follow what you documented in Guatemala. It was really eye-opening. Thank you.